Hello, anybody out there? I'm unmuting everybody.
All right.
I'm here.
Hey, everybody. We see all the people that are coming in. It's so great to have you all here. This is really weird, though.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, so a lot of you know we've been working on this CD, The Alchemist, for 2 years, writing the music. Some of the music is much older than that.
Yeah.
And we had such an awesome party planned, but, obviously, got to do something different. So here we are. And I think most of you know me, but I'm Megan Cameron. I sing and play the piano. This here is...
I'm Michael Riggins. I play bass and jump.
And who else we got here?
Rob.
No, I can't multitask. This is Rob. Hi. I was trying to write a note. I can't do it all at once.
You can sing and play like nobody's business. Come on, man.
No, I can't.
Oh,
And
come on.
people are asking who is Amethystone. We're all like typing.
We can all talk as Amethystone.
Yes.
Since I'm Mike, play the drums. Since I'm the one broadcasting it, it shows up as Amethystone. I'm the one typing if it shows up as Amethystone because I'm the one broadcasting.
Oh, is it?
This thing.
Did it show up as me when I was typing to people? Which I'm not doing anymore because like Rob, it was too hard.
It's way too hard.
If you're both typing on, it's probably come up as Mike because you guys are on the same connection. So stop it. Whoever just did that.
Did I do it?
You did it.
That's likely.
Did I do that?
You did.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
All right. So,
Right. Wow. It's been a minute.
There's some people on here. Thank you guys for coming. We're going to hang out. We're going to play the new tracks. So we got a couple of videos to show. Megan, what else are we going to do?
Excuse me. We're going to give away some music and stickers and talk about how this all came together. Yay.
There it is.
Physical copy.
What's that?
Tell you where you can go and find it right now. You can stream it and listen to it everywhere you get your music. And we're going to talk to a friend of ours in a bit, but that's a secret.
So you didn't hear it. We didn't even say it.
And we're going to start off tonight with playing what's this, our single for this, for The Alchemist, called It's Love, which aired on Groovy Soup with Paul Holden from Power 105. Shout out to Power 105 and Paul for supporting local music and giving such a great platform. And man, he gave us a lot of time. It was awesome. We played this one, It's Love, and the second one you'll hear tonight. And also this played on The Planet. What is it?
92.7 out of Huntington.
With Nate. What's Nate's last name?
Gilker.
Nate Gilker interviewed us, and we actually had like 2 hours, and they played 3 songs. It was really awesome. We weren't on the radio the whole 2 hours. That'd be crazy.
Nobody knows that.
Sorry.
They think we were sitting there the whole time.
I was. Where were you guys? It must have been some sort of dream I was having.
Right. So this song, It's Love, which we have a lyric video that's going to be playing for you that Mike Eubanks put together. And I just think is such a great song for what we're all going through right now. Obviously, it's a really difficult time. And I am just astounded, and it gives me a lot of hope and humanity to see the way people are coming together right now and reaching out to people by staying apart. For the most part, people are doing that. And not only that, but then giving to their communities in just unprecedented ways all over the country. We've certainly seen just an outpouring in Southeast Ohio that is just amazing. And you'll be seeing something more about that from us next week. But this song, It's Love, it speaks for itself. It's love that gives us hope it's love that gives, well, me strength. And do you want to talk to me about this song coming together, or you want to talk about it afterward? Let's play it.
Yeah, let's play it, then we'll discuss it. That's cool.
All right, let's see if I can figure this out, this technology. Let's do one of those. And we'll do one of these.
Normally, it would just be us on stage playing it,
Right.
which
And
would
I
be
would-
awesome.
I would wave to people as they came in. So, hey, Kara and Laura Picard and Ainsley and Carl and Tristan and, of course, Heather, amazing Heather.
Tristan wants to know where
Sean,
the growlers
and
are.
Timmy. We love you guys. Columbus, Delaware people.
Got some Ricky right here. I'm good.
And if I didn't say your name, it's because you're not on the screen right now.
Heather
Amy, I know you're out there.
Eubanks.
And the Bashaws. All the Bashaws. Happy birthday, Claudia. Okay, play it.
Play it. All right.
Play it, Sam.
Before the day that you were born, I asked myself 100
And we're back. So there's the first single, guys. Right now, because my buddy Nate put us on the radio yesterday and we were the download of the day at 92.7 The Planet in Huntington. If you go to amethystone.com, you can download the MP3 of that for free for a limited time. So go over there and snag that after this, and it's all yours. Freebie.
So yeah, that song there was written probably 10, 11 years ago.
I was pregnant with our firstborn.
Yeah, it's about 10 years ago because he's 9.
Yep.
And we struggled with that song for a long time, trying to put it together, trying to figure out the roadmap of that song. And that song almost got thrown on the scrap pile. We were at that point. And then we sat down together and figured out how we were going to redo the bridge and how we were going to end it, and it all came together.
We could never figure out how to end it. We just kept going and going. It was like the Energizer Bunny. It just never ended.
I remember saying, hey, let's just go back to the verse. Let's just go back to it and we'll end it that way. And what really pulls that one together is definitely the guitar work. Rob's guitar work in that is incredible.
For sure.
It only took 4 guitar tracks, 4 different guitar tracks to make it come together. Yeah.
But it does. It just
I need
sounds
more
effortless.
arms. Yeah.
I only needed 1 bass track, bro.
So Mike already told us about, and we've seen lots of other people come in. There's so many folks. It's hard to say hey to everybody. Tommy Jenkins, Lori Lample, my dad, Margaret, and all of the Shangrits out there. Tony Zenos, Gabriella and TJ, Mike Newsom, and probably Janelle. I mean, there's so many people. It's great. It's awesome to see you all.
I'll say I saw Neil Turi pop in. I want to say shout out to him over at Amish Electric Chair Studios. He's the guy who mixed this album, and he crushed it.
So good.
So good. So thank you, Neil, if you're still on watching. We love the mixes. You killed it. They're great.
Yeah, they're incredible. And
Worth
I just
every penny.
Cricket came in the house, and Andy Cameron, Sarah, Matt, Janice, Sandy, and Josh. Holy cow, it's a party! Party! So, Mike Eubanks, why don't you tell them where can they find all these amazing songs?
Well, all of the planets aligned, and I got up this morning, had my coffee, and said, please, 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 I hope it worked. I hope it worked. And I logged into everything, and yes, the new album, The Alchemist, is on Spotify. It is on Apple Music. It is on Amazon. So if you have any of those services, you can go listen right now. You can stream the new record all the way through. We'll be on Pandora soon. I had to do a different little registration thing for Pandora, so that'll be coming soon if you use Pandora. But as of this morning, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, and it's on Amazon. If you would like a copy of the CD, I know, what's that? Who even does that anymore? We do have copies, and you can buy them on amethystone.com. Yeah, Megan's got an open one there. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my!
Wow.
There's even a free picture in there. Those were models that we used, actually.
Oh. Yes, and shout out to Phil Lanning for doing some great photography work for us in January when things were normal.
Right.
At this great little place in Westerville that I'd say you all should go to someday. But
The food was awesome.
It was, yes.
What was it called?
Asterisk Supper Place in Westerville.
That's right. Yeah.
Great
good,
food.
Good stuff.
So I want to. We see all you're all coming and saying hey, and that's awesome. And we encourage questions too. Questions are good because otherwise we're like, what should we talk about? So anyway, questions are good.
Plus, comments are good because
they can win stuff. If you comment, which a lot of you are, then you're going to be put. Somebody just said free picture sold.
That's Matt Walsh.
I guess you all can see that anyway. But yeah, so we're going to
Hey,
put
Matt.
all these into some sort of fancy generator thing and pull out 3 lucky folks to get some free music.
Yes, the more comments you make, the better chance you have. I'm gonna go at the end
Hey,
and
somebody just downloaded
put
the
everybody
All right.
nice and put everybody in, and we'll randomly draw after this. And I'll message you on Facebook to get your address, and the winners will ship a copy of the CD and some stickers. And yeah,
I hope I win.
So we're gonna play some more music. This next one it's the second song on the disc. It's called Hold On. And it's a little bit of a departure for me because I wasn't singing from my own perspective. I was kind of thinking about another somebody else when I wrote it. And yeah, we're going to play. And this one is when I was really thinking about what is this song about? There's some desperation in it, and it's about how to keep relationships going. And I don't just mean, like the love relationships, any relationship. You have to be able to see people try to look through other people's perspectives and listen to them and try and listen with the ears to hear their perspective. And that is really, really tough. And that's what this song is about.
All right. Is it
So
Hold On?
Hold
Is that what
On.
I'm showing next?
Hold on.
And yeah, because Nalita asked why this title.
You'll see, because it really, the song is hold on. Like we're trying. I'm going to try to listen. I'm going to try to see you more clearly through what you're experiencing. Just hold on. Hold on.
Hold on. We'll play it in a second.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hold on.
All right. Here we go.
You think you deserve to win prizes, John Cameron? I don't know.
Play it.
It's my uncle.
Here we go. So yeah, that I was the lead singer on that one.
Comments on the screen.
That is awesome. And yes, it was weird that you could all watch us listen to the song. Oh my, we got some great comments.
Yes, those were me on the lead vocals there. And yes, I was totally lip syncing Brittany Eubanks.
No, and
you're not even playing that bass, Mike.
No, that's a great one right there. I wasn't. No.
No.
Anyway,
Timmy, I'm the only one that wrote the vocals. The vocals.
The local vocals.
I alone.
Those are not out of town vocals, baby.
That question about drinking, the answer is no. At least she shouldn't.
Me? No, right. No. If you wanna, you can. You don't have to. But I actually.
Thanks, Rex.
Timmy also asked. I think it was Timmy asked when we all start playing music
together.
No, like
what age?
Is that what you meant?
She said, "What age do we all start playing?"
Oh,
well, I started singing probably out of the womb. I think my parents would say that.
Her mom didn't like it.
When I was in 3rd grade, so I was 9, my parents gave me a Casio keyboard that had it was Casio. It was a Rhythm 8, and
we just donated that not too long ago.
It had a little. I can't figure out where to. Yeah, it had a little thing with a. I guess you don't need to see what I'm doing, but a little drum pad even, so you could make like drums. And I was 9. And I started writing songs then, and I was in a band called the Seashells, and we wrote "I Need a Vacation." I was 9 singing about needing a vacation. So not much has changed, right? Anyway, how about y'all?
I was a late bloomer. I didn't start playing until 1997, so I was 27 years old. Because but yeah, I was 27 when I started playing.
Rob?
Yeah. Let's see. My mom told me that I picked out Amazing Grace on a toy piano when I was 2.
You just have to beat us all, don't you?
But I didn't really start playing till later 9, probably 10. Yeah.
I started playing guitar in 5th grade. That was actually I took piano lessons when I was younger, but it didn't stick, and now I'm mad at myself for not sticking with piano. I can plunk out some chords, but that's about it. But no, guitar in 5th grade, and then I started drums in 6th grade. So how old's that? 12, 11?
Something like that.
Ish. Yeah.
Preview. Gosh, I should
preview
stop.
best.
Preview. Yes, what you said.
Well, if you're going to be specific like that, I would say I played piano first, and then guitar got pretty serious around the age of 10. And I always tell the story. I was at my cousin's listening to a boombox with Master of Puppets playing on it. And I went home and taught myself Battery.
Battery!
That's
what happened to my mind, apparently. But hey.
So thanks for the question. I want to say a shout out right now to Heather Eubanks, who has helped us so much over the last couple of years with all kinds of different things. She's at all of our live events selling stuff, but also she headed up our Instagram campaign this past week, which was pretty awesome. Go follow us on Instagram. Follow us here on Facebook. Go check out our website. You can find all that info at amethystone.com. And you can also buy the CD there, like a real one there, if you get real physical copies still of music.
Let's get physical.
Right.
Physical.
Y'all missed that song, I'm sure.
And Patty Stokes said she wants to hear the vacation song. So this is it. I need a vacation. It's gotta be in the sun. I need a vacation. It's gotta be on the shore. I don't need much more. That's all I remember. So
that was really good.
Thank you.
I liked it.
I think my songwriting's improved.
Actually, we should cover that.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
so this next song that we have coming up, we're going to bring a guest in. This is one of our surprises. I am super stoked about this song. Some of you know that I am a huge Dead Can Dance. Yes, who gave Mike the microphone? This is true. He's never allowed to have one
who
on
said that?
stage. Heather Eubanks.
Hey, I have not said a bad word yet.
And Amy's dog Bella wants a vacation too, apparently. Anyway, what was I saying? I love Dead Can Dance a lot. They're no longer together, but I'm always like, guys, let's bring a Dead Can Dance vibe to something. And there's a little bit of that in one of the songs from Emergence. Stop it. Which we did in 2018. But this song definitely, literally, I gave the guys 2 chords, 4 notes, and said, okay, do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kind of, ambient and just here. And they, oh my gosh, what they created is astounding. And I love it. And are you going to bring our secret guest in?
Yay. There's
There
my
is
shoulder.
There she is. Yay. Hey, Shelly.
Hello.
Shelly Riggs is an amazing. She does so many different things. She wears a lot of different hats, as most of us do. She teaches at Logan High School. She teaches science, and she runs their incredible theater program.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Into the Woods there. Was that 2 years ago now?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
It was just phenomenal. That is such a tough musical to do. I was in it in high school, so I know it was fabulous. Anyway, I digress. Shelly has been, some of you have seen her with us before. I see that. It was Dead Can Dance is touring. I'm sorry, I got all wow.
Thanks for sharing.
Well,
that,
they're
Matt.
not right now, but someday in the future. Oh my gosh, that's incredible! Thank you so much. I don't know who you are, but
That's Matt. He's from Ewing, New Jersey.
I am in your debt. So anyway, Shelly, the reason Shelly's with us today is that she has been spinning fire. And do you call yourself a fire spinner or a fire dancer? Or either?
Whatever. Fire spinner. I usually say fire spinner.
Okay, because sometimes when I write about you performing with us, I say dancer, and sometimes spinner.
It doesn't matter. Either one works.
It's really both. It's amazing what she does, and this next song, we have a special treat for you, and it's wonderful. Is she? Oh, anyway, go ahead. You want to say anything?
Do I want to say anything?
We'll ask you some stuff afterward.
Okay, you can just ask me questions.
Okay.
I'm just happy to be here.
We're happy to have
We're
you.
happy too.
All right, I'm going to hide you for a minute, Shelly, so I can bring the video in.
Cool.
You can take us. Oh, we're all going to go away now.
You will in a minute, yeah.
Yes.
What song am I playing? Got it. Okay.
This is called Searching for Hope. I don't really need to say much about how appropriate this song is for right now. So here we go.
Fire.
Oh,
Oh, the fire.
Yay to Shelly.
Gotta unmute. There we go.
Wow. We like I said, Shelly's performed with us many times at Diamond Fest. She was one of the main characters in our production of Emergence in 2018. She was the warrior woman, and she spun the staff like she just did for Searching for Hope. It was amazing.
They didn't let me do fire inside though.
No. I don't understand why. But we have just been so blessed to have you be a part of so many different shows. And
Oh my gosh, I love it. I really love it. I wish I could do it more often.
I know. Yes, Jeff Calhoun, you're right. Those candles do look familiar. We floated some candles on the pond. Shelly came over this past week. We were really far apart, and she spun on our dock. So tell us, how long have you been doing that?
About 10 years. Yeah.
How does someone start fire spinning?
You spin things not on fire first.
That seems reasonable to me.
I have a lot of people ask me to learn to teach them how to fire spin. And I'm like, okay, so you're not going to learn fire for a while. You got to wait until you stop hitting yourself with things. Yeah.
I never got past that point. My friend taught me how to make chains, right?
Yeah.
I never got past tennis balls. And those hurt too.
Well, they put magnets in them and then they are magnetic to your head. Yes.
I wish it was my head.
I was going to say something else, but I thought, I don't know who's watching. Yeah. So now I started spinning probably 10 years ago in the festival circuit. And I don't know, I found it on the internet. Yeah. I mean, it's been, and the first thing I saw, I think I probably saw Poi first, which is the flaming, wicks at the end of the chain. But I came out of flag corps. So like I was in my flag corps all 4 years of high school, and was captain and did choreography and all of that kind of stuff. So fire staff was super duper simple to pick up. So it's my favorite.
Awesome.
It is just beautiful.
heck yeah.
And a lot of the comments we're getting about how it's haunting. And I mean, the song is haunting, but then to have this, single person twirling around flame, kind of floating in a pond is what we were going for. Definitely.
I love the drone. I love the lyrics. Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful song. I'm so grateful that you asked me to.
Well, thank you.
To come spin for you.
The last couple weeks, every time I would think about that song, or I just saw you spinning fire. I'm like, gotta do this. So It's pretty cool to collaborate on an artistic project right now because it's
in quarantine.
Yeah.
So it's been so hard.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
I'll have to say about that one, that's definitely a different song for me too, because I didn't know anything about Dead Can Dance until I married Megan, and then she's like, "Hey, Dead Can Dance." Like, all right, that's cool, but that was a fun one to put together. That really was, but that definitely stretched me because I didn't know what I was going to put to that song.
Yeah.
It was super interesting for me too, because it's a different song for us, but even stylistically for me. So, all truth be told, those drums on that song are all programmed. I did not play a lick of that. I programmed it. But for that song, that's what I felt like it needed. It didn't, it didn't need a regular drum set part or sound. So live, of course, I play it on acoustic drums, but for the recording, it just seemed different to me. Yeah, it was that was really, it was fun, but also very challenging to put that song together, to get, stuff that fit and made sense in that style, which, like you said, Mike, something I wasn't really very familiar with that band or that style either.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Rob's drones and his effects
Oh yeah.
are just stupid good. So
But Megan and I, so Megan and I, when I say we're kindred, we both have that kind of just thing in our being. So I'm all over the ethereal, spooky sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's really why we call ourselves fantasy rock. There's a lot of kind of ethereal, spooky stuff that's interwoven, and I used to write quite a lot about fairies and things, and I still write. The earth is in a reference to the earth. I think is in almost every single song I write. I can't help it. I don't know that makes it fantasy, but I did want to say, if people have ideas, as musicians, we're always asked, well, so how would you describe your sound? So if people have ideas, how would you describe our sound in like 3 to 4 words? I would love to hear it. We've said
no kidding.
Piano-driven fantasy rock. That's been our kind of go-to for a while. I know there's genres out there of like dream pop, and I just don't know if we really fit that. I don't know, but
and with the three of us, with Mike, Rob, and I like a lot of heavy stuff, and so the sound got a bit heavier and a bit darker.
As you will see in this next song.
Yeah, and so yeah, there we go.
So, Shelly, thank you so much again.
Oh, thanks for having me.
See your face in person from afar.
It was nice.
And thank you so much for that beautiful performance.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And we'll
anytime, absolutely anytime I can make it.
All right.
Thanks, Shelly.
Thank you, Shelly. So this next song, Standing Tall. I was like, what is the next song? I don't know. And I've seen some questions. We'll definitely, I'm writing them down. We haven't forgotten if you haven't heard it yet, the answer. So like Todd, Jacobs, just, hold on. And Janice and Nalita, we got it.
We got you.
We will answer your questions. But Mike, did you want to say something about this song? Or did you want me to say something about this song?
About Standing Tall?
Yes.
I mean, we can talk about like recording and production and all that stuff after, but I wanted you to talk briefly about how it's related to, because Searching for Hope and Standing Tall are back to back on the album, because they're almost a movement 1 and 2. And we, like, from the beginning when we were writing these songs, we've thought of that, like these are linked in more than one way though. Like yeah. So how did you compositionally, when you were doing the melody for these things, where did that come from?
Have you all ever read 2 books at one time, and they kind of like I was writing 2 songs at one time because I had 2 ideas, but lyrically I was cool. Musically, I guess I didn't have 2 ideas, and so I got these ideas down and sent them off to the guys, and I was like, I plagiarized myself. You can definitely hear a familiar melody in this next song from Searching for Hope. And we decided that it was cool and it was going to be movement. And I feel like this Searching for Hope is about being a small being of light in a dark place and searching for hope. And Standing Tall is, being knocked down and standing up again. And I said this the other day on the planet, as a society, we're being or as civilization, we're being knocked down. And this is a chance for us the lyrics are, I've fallen down again. I take a deep breath and center in. I brush myself off again. I'm standing tall again. And so we've been knocked down, we've fallen, and now it's time for us to take a deep breath. And I think right now there's so many opportunities for us to come out of this and create something that's really going to support people. I don't think we're going to have a choice. We're going to have to change the way we operate in order to support people. But that's what this, so that's how these songs fit together. So here you go, Standing Tall.
Deep breath, center in, brush myself off again. Now I'm standing tall again. From where I am, I can see how I let this doubt creep inside of me. There's no more time against these lies, falling down again. Take a deep breath, center in, and brush myself up again. Now I'm standing tall
So comments, and I'm looking for my notes here. I wanted to remind you all about, we're giving CDs away So if you're listening and you haven't commented, just comment something and you'll be in the pot to get a CD.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you all like that song. That definitely has a different sound for us for sure, and I'm excited about that one. And so my dad has said we need to play more music and talk less. So leave it to my dad to say what he feels. And thank you, Mike Newsom, for that comment there. Carol Kirk, for your comment. That was sweet. And Timmy, she said, Today Love looks like friends having a CD release in a crazy time. And we tried to figure out, what are we going to do? This took us 2 years to put this together. Are we just going to wait until whatever happens? And we didn't want to do that. So thank you for being here with us, even though it's so different than what we had planned or imagined or ever could imagine. It's great. Yes, let's talk more rock. Yeah. So next song is Rockin' for Sure. And this one, I have to say something though about this. The next one we're playing is The Alchemist, which is also obviously the title of the CD. I wrote this one quite a long time ago. I'm going to go as quickly as possible, Dad, so cool your jets. But cousin Nalita asked why The Alchemist. And so The Alchemist, Alchemist or alchemy is the ancient art of turning lead into gold, which never really happened. But I wrote this more about how each of us, and I'm going to get a little woo-woo here, or however you want to think about it, but each of us is a spiritual alchemist, that we all have our own lead inside of us. Zeppelin. Our lead, Mike Led Zeppelin.
I'm with you. I agree. Yeah.
But then we need to get the lead out and turn it to gold.
Exactly. So we got these things inside of us. We've got to get them out there and turn them to gold. And so that's the alchemist. You look in the mirror and you see the alchemist looking back at you. That's all of us. We're all alchemists in our lives. And so that's what this song is about. And we thought it was a pretty cool title for the CD, obviously, or we wouldn't have chosen it. So here we go. The Alchemist.
Future
The
Oh,
Face Melter.
I love that song. So if you've ever seen us play before, on that one I would have been like spinning around and doing all sorts of stuff because I can't stand still. Whatever the song makes me do, I just do it.
That song, like when at the very end when Rob does his stuff, I just like I can't always hear it very well when we're performing live, but man, I just get like, I just love it so
Oh
much.
yeah.
And all the stuff, the great stuff you've done since then, that still is like one of my favorite moments in any song that we have. So, wow, PJ Harvey-ish vocals, nice. And I saw
Shout
Joan
out for
Jett
Mr. Walsh.
and
Yeah.
Dolores, from the Cranberries for sure. She was a big influence. Which this is a good lead into Todd Jacobs's question of what are our musical influences besides Metallica and Anthrax and Dead Can Dance. I have to say, I mean, this should be not a surprise to many people who know her music, but Tori Amos was a huge influence of mine. Piano player extraordinaire. She's phenomenal and incredible songwriter. Not everybody is particularly crazy about her voice sometimes, but she's just amazing. And the thing about her music is it's very personal, and her lyrics she sings about some really tough stuff and beautiful things. And so she's one of my biggest influences, as was Dolores from the Cranberries and Sarah McLachlan, all those ladies. Anybody else? Remember, less talk, more rock. But
my influences are mostly from the 70s. I love listening to bands where the bass kind of drives things, and John Paul Jones definitely, Mel Shacker from Grand Funk. I take all those types of bass lines and think about them, and I steal other people's chops sometimes and make them my own. But that song, interestingly enough, almost didn't make it either. That was a tough song to figure out. That song was written
before babies.
Yeah, that song was written probably in 2008, and that song has changed so much over the years. And it as John Reagan said, it was the aerobicizer. That was the aerobicizer song. But that's one of my favorite songs, and I studied that song left and right to be able to write the bass lines that the song was calling for that one.
And this seems like a good shout out to a lot of people comment on the vocals and the guitar, which were amazing on that song. But our rhythm section, the two mics, are incredible. And we would be nothing without the amazing work that these two guys do, the two mics do. It's really phenomenal.
I love working with Mike.
So, what are your influences, Mike and Rob?
You're muted.
You're muted, Mike.
Mute Mike.
Oops.
That doesn't happen very often.
I have my big three. My big three influences. I mean, tons. I love all kinds of drummers, but my big three are John Bonham, obviously. I mean, every rock drummer since 1971 has tried to sound like him, whether they know it or not. Mostly for his groove and his feel. And then another big influence on me was Steven Adler, original drummer of Guns N' Roses. When Appetite came out, I was 9 years old when that album came out, and I listened to it front to back every day for years. When I started playing drum set, I mean, I still steal his fills. I still use stuff that he did on that first record. His groove was great. And then my third big influence that may surprise people, I don't know, some people might not even know who he is, but Nick Menza, who played drums for Megadeth in the early 90s. Yeah. But Megadeth? Just his precision was just ridiculous and impeccable. And that was the days before Pro Tools and we can go in and fix it and move stuff around, and it was what it was. And he was just so solid, just precision. So those are my big three. I mean, I love all kinds of different drummers, Dave Weckl and Vinny Colaiuta and all these other fusion guys. And I love, and Danny Carey, of course, is ridiculously up high on my list. But those were my first influences when I was learning to play drums. Those were my big three.
And real quick, I wanted to name the band Megan Death. I was not allowed to.
We have old recordings, and the folder name I have is Megan Death. Okay, I feel like we need to get to more music.
Yeah.
So I have moments in time, and I have things from every space of time, and it kind of goes like 80s pop radio got into my psyche when I was a kid. Then I heard Metallica, and oops. I was also learning classical piano at the same time. So then I was really influenced by the chords and the shapes and the sounds of things like Debussy and Rachmaninoff. And that got into my head too, but also George Winston on piano.
Me too.
And then, but along with that, there was this whole grunge scene thing, and Pantera and Alice in Chains and all those things got way into my head, and Megadeth for sure. But then I also got into like Joe Satriani. I sat there as a 15-year-old making riffs slow until I could play, shred over top. And so that got into my head. But I was really like a kid of the grunge era, like pretty hardcore. Then I went to college. Sure. I got into things like King Crimson and Michael Hedges, and those things really got in my head. But somewhere along the way too, this guy who was a counselor at a program I went to over the summer at OU introduced me to The Cure. And that was where the spooky guitar sound started. He had a reverb unit, and I was like, what is that? and the rest is kind of history. But I just take a lot of things from everywhere. There's a lot of stuff that could just get into me and affect my playing and change what I do. Maybe I'm just attention deficit. What's the next song?
The next song is
T.O.B.
Yeah, we call it T.O.B. It's
Let's listen and then talk.
Thing of Beauty, which we have a video for this one that so really fast. I wrote the piano part for this. Yeah, Rob's laughing like I can do this fast. Okay, here we go. Time me. I wrote the piano part for this and was singing a melody over it for days, and nothing, it just wasn't coming. I loved the piano part, but it was like that. I was about to quit on it. And I took a walk up into the woods, and there was a leaf. This was in the spring, so it was a leaf that had, gone through the winter and everything. So it was real lacy. You know how they get where there's almost nothing there. But it was real lacy, and I picked it up and I sang the first line of the song. And that was it. I just kept going, and here you go. Here's Thing of Beauty. And I want to say that this video is pictures contributed by lots of friends and family. There's Mike and Rob and I, but also, where did I have the list? Andy Cameron, Claire McKee Monk, Margaret and the Flowering Farm, Claudia Bashaw, Kara Chatfield Rarba. I'd practiced this, you wouldn't know. And I'm really happy with it's. Enjoy.
Oh, I have to do a thing now, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do a thing.
I found a thing of beauty in nature, it astounded my heart. burdened down in the sacred place, I can rest my thoughts. Patterns of beauty unfold on my senses, I'm lost in this space. Alive with the knowing that I'm still growing into my true face. I'm humbled, alive and renewed. The path laid before me is true. I'm humbled, alive and renewed. The path laid before me is true. I'm humbled, alive and renewed. I'm humbled, alive and renewed. The path laid before me is true.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Are we done?
52 people still hanging out. We don't have to be. I don't have anywhere to go.
No, we're running a bit behind on our since we're way out here in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
We were still in the middle of the song and you guys were done. So we were like, what?
Yeah. Good thing
So-
Mike wasn't picking his nose or something because we
Which-
thought the song was.
I like to do.
Yes, so we're introducing the monkey.
Yeah, people were asking where the monkey was. So right there he is. There's the monkey. So that monkey has been on my headstock whenever I play for since whoa, he had too much to drink.
Poor
Probably
monkey.
since about 2001, maybe 2000, somewhere around in
Sitting and
there.
stay there.
So lots of women have wanted to touch my monkey while I was playing on stage and stuff. It's been cool.
So we'll play some more. And I think that I did not say thank you to Claudia Bashal also for some beautiful pictures from Colorado and all over the place. So yes, and we won't be done. We're going to keep playing music. Thank you all again for coming, stopping in to hear us. The backing vocals on that song, that was me. I did all the backing vocals. And I'm glad you all enjoyed that. It seems like people really like that. We heard, there is a big sound. We say that's like our epic sound.
There was a
And,
lot of production on that song between me and Rob. Synth layering and programming, and can't wait till we have to try to play that live.
Hey, we were ready. We were gonna do it, and of course,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So.
That was a
And
fun one.
I see people asking about T-shirts. Go to Amethyst. Yeah, where do you go?
There's no
Amethyst?
t-shirts on the website yet.
Oh,
Yet.
there will be soon.
Not yet.
Soon there will be T-shirts on the website. Do you have one to hold up? I meant to grab one, and I forgot.
Not on me. We are gonna give a couple away, I think, tonight through the chat of people, but I will get them listed this weekend up on the site for sale.
Cool.
So,
And
Dominic asked us, how did the orchestration of the big instrument stuff off that track happen? Was it programmed? Was it live?
So, are you talking? I thanks for joining us, Dominic. I think you're talking about the bridge, the big giant epic part in the middle. So I'm trying to think of how that. When we were writing that, Megan had the keyboard part, which was literally just boom, dung, dung, ding, and that was it, right?
Yep.
Isn't that where we
Yep.
started? Okay, so we record when we record, we always record the keyboard part first to a click track, so we have a guide track to do all of the rest of our stuff on top. And then what we did, I think, I want to say that Mike, didn't you start working? You had a bass line to go with that, and then me and Rob built all the layers up over on top of that with that ostinato rhythmically. You and I kind of came up with that big da ba ka 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 da, the big like bolero ostinato.
All those cool words. We did it.
The musicians listening know what I'm talking about.
Words.
But then it went to Rob, and he built stuff on top of it, and then it came back to me, and I added even more because I added chimes and timpani samples, and so it's probably what 50-50 guitar, bass, drums, reel, keys, everything, and then programmed some. Rob and I both programmed a couple of synth layers on top of that.
Well, I recorded the MIDI, but I played it.
Well,
I played the melody on like along with the song. Yeah,
Right.
and I didn't actually fix it until we were making notations. So you know what I mean, like
Right.
programming
So
stuff.
I hope that answers Dom's question, but it's a mix of live instruments, programmed synths, layers, and then Neil Turi's amazing mix didn't hurt any. You know, he took what we had done and made it even bigger, wider stereo sound on it. So yeah, we were really, really happy with that chart.
And someone did ask us about all the production. So recording wise, that was us.
That was done right here.
Yeah, it was done here at Toad Hollow.
Most of my guitars were done at my house, but
yeah. The mixing was done.
We engineered the whole album ourselves, and then sent it off to Neil Turi at Amish Electric Chair Studios to mix, and then Neil Schmidt in Columbus. He was on here earlier. I'm not sure if he's still on, but he mastered it for us. So yeah, we did the engineering and then paid professionals to make it sound really, really good.
And we hear you all clamoring to take some money from you. We will take money for you to get some shirts out to you. We will.
Send me
we'll let
money.
you know online. So we still got people here. We need to play some more music. What song should we play?
Let's do Hey 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 and then some Earth People.
Okay.
Do it. So this next song, Hey Hey Hey, Mike and I and Rob got to be really like heavy on this one. It's I like this one a lot. I sat down with this one and really studied the bass line on this one to get just the right thing for this one too.
Yeah, I mean rhythmically, Mike, you and I, we work together on all these tracks, like figuring out what are you going to play? What am I going to play? Are we going to step all over each other the whole time?
Right.
Like figuring out how to lock in. And this one, especially rhythmically, has a lot going on between bass and drums, and then the keyboards on top. And then Rob just, you'll hear it. Rob.
Oh yeah.
This is one of my favorites on the record too. So
you might hear the heavy influences that the three
You
guys
may.
have. You may hear that on this album.
And
from
This song was written. This was the first time I wrote a song for a very specific purpose. It was written for Emergence, to talk about the masculine. What do I want to say? I don't even know what I want to say. The masculine point of view. And yeah, so here we go. Hey, hey, hey. I hear you, Shelly. You want fierce.
Yeah. Fierce.
ugly face. Always hold it all inside. What's wrong with me? Where's my pride? There's a line drawn in the sand. You stand there to be a man. Understanding is my place. Not showing up a big disgrace. Hey, I see a place beyond their rules, an open space. Hey, where I can share a side of me already there. Hey, I see a place beyond their rules, an open space. Hey, where I can share a side of me already there, already
Hey.
Yeah, Matt Walsh said that does not sound like the Fat Albert theme at all.
I'm dying because I always think that too.
He gets a prize. I don't know what it is, but we gotta send
Yeah,
him
Matt
something.
gets a prize for that for sure. You got something coming, bro.
Oh, you're muted again, Mike. Can't hear you.
You're muted, Mike.
Damn it. We ran a contest on Instagram, and I almost forgot about it till Heather reminded me. It ended at 5:00 today, and so you had to share and tag someone and like a post from a couple days ago. And the winner of that contest is Heather Doda. So Heather, you win.
Yay, Heather! Woo! Coming at ya.
Free copy of the CD coming at you.
I've got to give a free copy to Matt Walsh for that comment too.
You can buy a copy and give it to him.
Oh yeah, right.
So that song is, I love how you and I, Mike, how we just lock in on that song. The rhythm section on that song is super.
Superb.
Not to toot your own horns or anything.
Toot, toot.
So now let's toot Rob's horn a little bit because we're gonna play Earth
Toot,
People.
toot.
Oh, get ready to have your faces melted off by this guitar solo.
Yes, and I'm gonna say that this song is about down with capitalism, and I've had a few glasses of wine, so there you go. Because normally I don't say it, but that's what this song's about. So here you go. Earth People.
Earth People featuring Rob on the guitar melting our faces.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
There
if
we
we were live, I would do like a guitar. I was gonna play guitar solo with him. Yeah.
I'll leave you on the screen so you can do that.
Oh,
All
okay,
right.
cool. So please dance at home. We can't see you, but we love to know you're dancing. This is a dancey one, folks. Earth People.
All right. I love that guitar solo, Rob.
I've heard.
My face, it's melted off. It's gone because of that solo. Are Megan and Mike having problems? Can you hear us still?
Can you hear me? I can't stop doing that.
I think Mike's trying to text me.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties.
Well, anyway, while they're getting caught there, while their internet catches up, Heather brought me down a t-shirt. So here's what we are talking about, folks. These will be up on the website here soon, probably this weekend. So here's the Amethystone t-shirt. Got a little swoosh on it and the Amethystone. And so that'll be up on the website. I'm pretty sure we have all sizes in stock. Megan will have to text me and let me know what all sizes. I'm pretty sure we have several of each in stock right now. If not, we will print. So Megan
down.
I mean, I can still see him. Can you still see him, Rob?
We can see you. Your mouth is moving. Can't hear you though.
So, again, everybody, thank you guys so much for coming, hanging out with us. Appreciate it. Hope everybody dug the new record. We're really proud of it. Rob, anything you got before we play
Fierce?
We're gonna go out on that. So, right. Anything you want to interject before we go out on Fierce?
No, just that this has been a really good time, and thank you all for coming.
Yeah, this was. I was not nervous, but I was like, I have no idea how this is going to go. This is our first stream. This is our first shot at even using this app. Oh, and somebody asked earlier what app we were using. It's called B.Live. So if you go to B.Live, you'll see it. It ports over to either Facebook or YouTube. You can go live with it, up to 4 people on screen. It's pretty cool. We just figured it out, in the last week of how to use it. And seems to me like, other than Mike and Megan's internet just now going out, that we've been pretty good. So, Rob, I guess we're signing this thing out. We're gonna end this on Fierce, which we actually released. We released this song on the internet 2 years ago, Rob? This is the first song we recorded for the record.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play that and we'll end the show. Thank you guys so much for stopping and hanging out with us tonight, and stream us everywhere. If you want a copy of the CD, go over to amethystone.com, click on music and merch, and you can have a CD shipped right to your door. Some of you are going to win one, and I will, those of you, I'll do the drawing probably tomorrow, and I'll message those of you that win and get your address, and we'll ship you out some gear. So that being said, we're going to play Fierce, and we're going to call it a night. So thank you all so much, and we will see you. I don't know. Heck, maybe we'll do this again. I don't know. Who knows when the next time we're going to be allowed to play live will be. So whenever that happens, hopefully we'll see you guys there. Come see a show. Here's Fierce, and good night.